سلام المسیح دوستوں، بہنوں اور بھائیوں، آج ہمیں ایک اور بھائی نے بہت زور سے پکارا کہ اللہ مجھے گائیڈ کر دے، اللہ مجھے ہدایت دے دے۔ ہائے 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 ہائے۔ تو اللہ کی جو فار کرائے آف اللہ ہے نا، وہ میرے کو آج گپ شپ لگانی ہے بھائی سے، کیونکہ اس بھائی نے بتایا کہ آدم بھائی، میں اللہ گائیڈ یو، میں اللہ گائیڈ یو۔ تو آج ہم اس کے اوپر بات کریں گے بھائی سے، اگر بھائی ہمارے پاس آ جائیں۔ امید ہے کہ بھائی آئیں گے، بیکاز جیسا کہ بھائی نے بولا ویسا ہی ہم نے کیا، اور ہم نے بھائی کو ہر ممکن موقع دے دیا کہ وہ آئیں اور گپ شپ لگائیں۔ اور زی ہمارے ساتھ لائیو چیٹ میں ہے۔ زی صاحب، میں نے اسٹریم یارڈ کا لنک شیئر کر دیا ہوا آلریڈی، آپ آئیے، جوائن کیجئے، اور اپنے براؤزر کو پرمیشن دینا کیمرے اور مائکروفون کی، اور پرمیشن الاؤ کرنے کے بعد وہاں پہ ایک بٹن ہوگا جس پہ لکھا ہوگا سٹاپ کیم، تو آپ الاؤ کرنے کے بعد کیمرہ بند کر سکتے ہیں، لیکن پہلے آپ کو الاؤ کرنا ہوگا۔ سو اسٹریم یارڈ کا لنک آپ کے پاس ہے، تو آئیے، اور اللہ کی جو فار کرائے آپ نے مجھے پہنچائی ہے اس کو آ کے بتائیے کہ کیسے یہ ہو سکتا ہے، کیونکہ اللہ آپ کی بات نہیں مان رہا، وہ کوئی اور بات کر رہا ہے۔ تو امید ہے کہ زی بھائی جو ہیں وہ ہمیں لائیو جوائن کر سکیں گے۔ تو ان دا مین ٹائم فار کرائے آف اللہ تو آپ لوگوں نے دیکھ لی ہے، ٹاپک بھائی نے خود سیٹ کر دیا ہے، may اللہ گائیڈ یو۔ ٹھیک ہے جی، گاڈ سینڈ دا میسنجرز ٹو گائیڈ ہیومنس، رائٹ؟ سو یہ تو اب ہمیں زی بھائی بتائیں گے کہ اللہ میاں کی گائیڈنس کیسی ہے۔ سو اب ہم دیکھتے ہیں کہ زی صاحب جو ہیں وہ جناب زی صاحب کیا حال ہے؟ زی صاحب، آپ کو میری آواز آ رہی ہے؟
Hi, Mr. Adam. Do you hear me very well?
جی جی، میں آپ کو بالکل سن سکتا ہوں۔ ڈو یو وانٹ ٹو اسپیک ان انگلش؟
Yeah, I don't. I'm Arabic actually. I don't speak Urdu.
Okay, so you were texting in my Urdu channel. That's why I opened the stream in my Urdu channel. Um, and because all of your conversation happened in my Urdu channel. So I was under the impression that you speak Urdu and you're from
Yeah,
Pakistan.
I was texting in English. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of people text in English, even though that they speak Urdu. So yeah, okay, no worries. We will switch the conversation medium. Let me tell my audience. Guys, sorry about this. معذرت کے ساتھ
There is
میری
more than
غلطی.
one voice actually speaking to me, and it's
Turn off the YouTube. You have
wait.
opened YouTube as well. So turn off YouTube so that you will
All
not.
right, I will.
Okay. So let me talk to my audience. Let me explain what happened, and then we will switch the medium to English. Okay, brother? Hold on.
Sure, sure.
So بھائیو، پرابلم یہ ہوا ہے کہ چونکہ بھائی نے ساری باتیں میرے ساتھ میرے اردو چینل پہ کی تھیں، تو میں سمجھ رہا تھا کہ یہ بھائی جو ہیں ہم سے بات کریں گے اردو میں، لیکن سیمز لائک کہ یہ اردو نہیں جانتے۔ پلیز میوٹ یور یوٹیوب برادر۔
Yeah, sure, I did.
یس، سو اس وجہ سے میں نے یہاں پہ کھولا ہے۔ میں یہ ویڈیو بعد میں اپلوڈ کر دوں گا اپنے انگلش چینل پہ۔ سو آئی ایم سوئچنگ انٹو انگلش. I'm sorry about this. So this
All good.
conversation will be in English. All right, guys. All right, Mr. Z.
How you
So
doing, sir?
I am doing very well, thank you. So my friend, you said may Allah guide, and you know
Yes.
Arabic very well. You said you speak Arabic as well. This will be a very interesting conversation then. So my
Sure, let's
friend,
have it. You know, we are here to build bridges, so we're very happy to, speak with different culture people with different language. I guess there's many things that actually we can learn from each other, and
sounds good.
this,
Yeah,
this is a good chance.
perfect. So my friend, how about you read us Quran chapter number 3 verse number 86 to begin with? I can show it on the screen so that we can all read together. You can open your
It's
own
part of the
Quran
topic,
browser.
yeah? Is it part of the
Yeah, yeah,
topic?
exactly. You said it. May Allah guide.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
where we are going. It's already on the screen. You can read it from your own Quran or you can read it from the screen. It's all up to you.
Chapter 3, 6. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كيف يهدي الله قوما كفروا بعد إيمانهم وشهدوا أن الرسول حق وجاءهم البينات بينات والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. صدق الله العظيم. Yes.
So what does Allah says?
It says in English, the translation, how should Allah guide a people who believed after their belief and had witnessed that
How
the
who
messenger is
disbelieved,
true?
brother? Who disbelieved? Who disbelieved
Who
after they
disbelieve
believed?
after they believe and
Okay.
have witnessed
So
that the messenger is true and clear
yeah.
signs had come to them, and Allah
Okay.
doesn't guide the wrongdoing people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So I'm a
Do you,
murtad.
what do
I'm a
you
murtad.
want to reject on this verse?
I'm a murtad. I'm not rejecting anything. I'm accepting it. Rather, I'm accepting it. I'm showing you the Quran, and I want you to acknowledge with me that what Quran is saying is true. So I'm a murtad. I'm an apostate from Islam. So how can you tell me, may Allah guide, when Allah said that how can He guide when the person who was a believer now he's a disbeliever?
Huh, okay, like how Allah will guide people like who witness that the messenger is true. Yeah. First, Allah knows best what's the inside of the people, and God knows how they actually think. So, as it says, that their belief had witnessed that the messenger is true. You know. So there is a group of people who actually admit by themselves that this messenger is true. Above that, I'm gonna deny him. You understand? So this one actually here to describe this group of people, that those group of people, they witness that this messenger is true messenger. You know, I'm not talking about the group that they don't know that.
My friend, I told you I was a murtad. I am a murtad, sorry. I was a Muslim. I believed Muhammad to be the true prophet. I am now a murtad. I'm an apostate from Islam.
You believed in the past.
I believed at that time when I was a
All right.
Muslim that Muhammad is the true prophet of Islam. Quran is the
Okay.
perfectly preserved book of Allah. That is what I believed. So now, based on that fact, I am now a murtad. You said, may Allah guide. Whereas Allah Himself is saying, how can He guide the person who disbelieved after he had believed? And if we read into the tafsir, it clearly states the same thing, whether they give some example or not an example. This is the references which is showing. So now you already stated the same point. The one who believed in Muhammad, then they disbelieved. Allah has not, cannot guide me right now. But you are
Okay.
saying, may Allah guide you.
First, the this comment was given to everyone, not for you specifically. And I don't know your position. I don't know your situation. I don't know your story as an individual. So I cannot judge you by person, because I don't know you. And this is our first discussion. This is a general rule, for the people that who believe that this is a prophet, at the same time they deny him. There is many reasons they deny him. Due of the family pressure, social pressure. Oh, what my father will tell me, what about my wife? Okay, what about my job? I work in a places that Allah says, oh, this is haram. You cannot take uh, money from people that you don't have the right. So just like the interest rates or the taxes, or anything that you don't have the right, or you cannot sell alcohol anymore. So there is a pressure sometimes, and
So
sometimes
once
there is
again,
a.
if you do not know my situation, how can you say the pressure? I have the pressure on the opposite side,
I
brother.
didn't judge you. I
That
cannot
that
judge you by
when
individualist. I'm
exactly.
giving a
So
general
let
a
me give
general
you
rule
let me give you the answer because you
to be
started
fair.
saying this. I have the pressure on the opposite side because I come
What is the pressure?
from a Sunni Sayyid caste and family where by
Sayyid
rejecting
family, you
Islam.
mean? What do you mean by
Yes, you
Sayyid
know what a
family?
Sayyid family is. Do I need to
Yeah.
explain the Sajra and Nasb and tell you what Sayyid family is? Like you
شجرة
told me you are
النسب
a Muslim.
الهواشم. Yeah, yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course. I
so
am
okay,
as well.
perfect.
We have شجرة from my
Perfect.
mother's side.
Perfect. So now
خلاص.
I have the pressure from Islam that as soon as I left Islam, I have all these people trying to persecute me, trying to either bring me to faith or
Okay,
kill
can we?
me.
This is. I am very glad to discuss these issues, but this is actually the side of the issue because my claim was may Allah guide you,
Now, may
and
Allah guide. So first thing is,
let's remember
let's
the
first thing.
address. You know,
No,
let's
let's first
remember
fix,
the. All right.
brother. Let's fix the
This is a
first
side
thing.
discussion. I'm very well to
No, no,
discuss
no.
it
It
with you.
is
I
the
have no
main
problem.
discussion. It is the main discussion to begin with, and then we will go to any other discussion because this is your main starting point, and I will go into every point with you, but one by one. Let's fix the first point.
Okay.
So you agree with me that Allah said this in the Quran that as a apostate, he cannot guide me.
No,
No,
did
okay. Please
as
explain.
an apostate? No, it doesn't say as an apostate.
So he cannot
Verse
guide me, right?
in the verse it doesn't say specifically the apostate cannot be guided.
He said, how shall
Understand?
Allah guide a person who disbelieves? So Allah is saying, how can I guide somebody who disbelieved after he has accepted Islam?
After he witnessed that the truth, the Rasulullah is the truth, yeah,
Yeah,
is
so
the
I
truth.
witnessed that. I bear witness it because without the bear witness of Shahada, Ashhadu an la, unless you bear witness that Allah is, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the last prophet, you are not a Muslim. So I have been
Yes.
reciting the Shahada, bearing witness on that since childhood. How
Okay.
can
From this
suddenly,
situation, okay, from this situation, I cannot because I have to ask the scholars, and I can reply to you back, you know. But this information now, I don't have an answer to be fair.
okay, so
I cannot answer from my mind, you know, unless if I'm a scholar. I'm not a scholar. I'm a student of knowledge. So if there is any question that I don't have an answer for it, I have to go back and revise and take them from the knowledge from the scholars.
okay, so your knowledge from the scholars. Let's talk with the scholars. This is a scholar of Islam. His name is Anas bin Malik. He is reciting something from what he heard from Prophet of Islam, whose name is Muhammad, as you believe in, as you bear witness, and this is in Sahih al-Bukhari. Okay, what does he says about guidance and not guidance?
Okay, can you please go down and read it in Arabic first?
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. حدثنا سليمان بن عمرو. كل الله بالرحمة ملكا كان الله بالرحمة ملكا. Okay,
Okay, so
okay.
everything a man has to do or act, whether good or bad, it will be pre-written and prescribed for me. How can Allah punish me at a later time when I have done exactly what He has pre-written for me and I do not have a free will, basically?
That's good. Actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave you the option. He
Hmm.
gave you the choice to choose. As you said, I'm now a murtad. No one forced you, you know. No one forced you. If someone forced you and you act as a murtad to save your life, this will be a different issue. And Allah knows the best. Allah is He's the one who's gonna judge, you know. And He knows the evidences, the unseen evidences, and the seen evidences. Not like us as us humans who just know the seen evidences. Uh, for you, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows everything and He knows what you're going to choose. You know, He knows what you are going to choose. And He knows that you will be a good person or a bad person. He
My friend,
knows.
that's you do realize that's
He's the
what
all
the
knowledge. He's the all
no, no,
knowledge, yeah.
my friend, I
Mm.
understand that, but you do realize this is not what the Hadith is saying. He's saying that it is written when I am in the womb of my mother, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, so if I have a free will, you know how Allah destroys my free will?
You have a free will, yeah?
So, you know how Allah destroys my free will? Allah says, whoever Allah guides, he is guided, and whoever he sends astray, وَمِن يُضْلِلْ وَمِن
Yeah, of
يُضْلِلْ
course. ويضلل,
whoever
yeah,
he sends
ويضلل, yeah.
astray. Okay,
Yeah.
so
There is
the
another verse. There is another verse This one I have knowledge. There is another verse which very close to it, and it gives you because there is a way of translation in Islam. First, the Quran verse explain another Quran verse.
Yeah, I will give you
After you
so
finish
many.
this section, then you go to the Hadith that explains the Quranic verse. You understand me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Wait,
hmm hmm
I'm gonna show you. Go to Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter
hmm
2,
Two,
verse 26.
verse 26. Okay, before I jump to that, I already written it so that I will just press enter and it
Yeah,
will show.
it's actually this
First,
one. It's actually
first,
explains this one.
my friend, hold on. I will go there. I will go there
Yeah,
right
sure.
now.
Cool.
Just first read this verse so that you would know
ومن
what I'm
يهد
talking about.
الله ومن يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Whoever Allah guides is the rightly guided, and whoever He sends astray, it is those who are the losers.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So the one
Okay.
whom Allah sends astray is the
Yeah.
loser. Are you with me
Yes.
on that one? Perfect. Now
Yes.
let me go to
Let's
your
go
verse.
to
Now let me
chapter.
go to. I
Yes.
am going. See, I'm here. There you go. Okay. So now read, brother. Or do you
Yes.
want me to read?
It's okay. I'm gonna read it, or if you want to read it, no problem.
Okay. Indeed, Allah is not limited to present an example, that of a mosquito, or what is smaller than it, and those who have believed know that it is the truth from thy Lord. But as for those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intended by this as an example? He misleads many thereby and guides many thereby, and he misleads not except
Huh?
the definite or disobedient.
Yes. That's it. So basically, Allah misleads the
hmm
definitely disobedient people.
Perfect. That's actually in my favor, brother. Do you realize what you're saying?
Yeah,
You're
this
actually
actually
telling me.
confirms. This actually confirms that Allah doesn't only He doesn't see a rightly guided person and he does it.
hmm
For him. He misleads the different disobedient. You
My
know.
brother, do you understand what you just did? Basically, I knew this verse and I was about to give you this verse. Three verses later, you
Yeah,
just
but
did
what
is
do
that you
you? But
actually.
where do you reject? This
Yeah,
is the question now.
I'm not
Where do
rejecting
you
it.
reject?
Brother, I'm accepting it, my friend. Just wait with me. You just skipped two verses that would actually have led to here. Now, here, try to
Mhm.
understand over here. You are telling me that a person who is misled by Satan, because obviously, if a person is already misled, he is misled by Satan, correct?
Mhm.
Right? Am I
Mhm.
wrong in saying that, or am I right in
Again,
saying that?
again. Sorry, I didn't focus. Again,
If
I
a
was reading the
person
Arabic verse.
if a person is misled, is he misled by the Satan, correct?
He misled by the Satan,
Right?
and of
Okay.
course,
Now, perfect. Perfect.
al-dalal
Perfect.
is the last astray. Is from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for those
Okay, now
al-fasiqeen, the
understand what I'm saying.
disobedient.
Wait. Don't jump now. Now, here, try to understand. So I am misled by the Satan,
Mhm.
okay? And then Allah said, He is going to mislead me even more. Then basically what happened is now I have nowhere to go back to, because Allah, who's supposed to guide, is misleading me. Satan, who is supposed to mislead me, is also misleading me. At the day of judgment, when I will
Mhm.
stand in front of Allah and He will ask me something, I would say, Allah, isn't that
But
you
let's
who misled
explain.
me,
All right.
when I was already misled? Rather than you guiding me, you
Okay.
misled me as well. And
All
you had
right.
predefined my fate in my mother's womb predeterminedly when I did not know much, anyways. So Allah misguided me. Allah performed yudlil on me when I was already yudlil by the Satan.
Okay. Can I answer you?
Yeah, obviously, now it's your time,
He
brother.
says in the verse, I usually focus on the Arabic verse because it is the more clear, because Arabic is better than English, with knowledge and
hmm
idiotic language. So it's very specific, because mislead the disobedient. There is many words, They can say it like al-aq is disobedient, or al-ghair muti' is disobedient, but al-fasiqin in the Arabic verse, it's much higher in rank. So what I want to say is that he misleads the definitely disobedient. The disobedient is the one who sees the clear answers. He sees the clear signs. At the same time, he disobey. He keeps disobeying. He sees the clear signs in front of him, and it's very clear to him, and he's still disobeying. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to mislead him.
My friend, that's exactly.
Unless he
My friend,
submit,
I had already
listen to the
submitted.
truth.
I had already submitted.
No,
I
you,
had been
you
praying.
disobeyed. You disobeyed in the end,
Hold
yeah.
on, hold on. Let me tell you. I was already submitted. I was praying 5 times a day. I was performing the wudu every time, even when I go to the bathroom, even though that it was not the time of the prayer. I was still going to do that because I wanted to remain in wudu. I would not leave a single fast. I was doing everything according to the submission of Allah. Okay, and I yet I got misled because now I am an apostate, and that is exactly what Allah is saying in one way or another, that if a person is misled, he is going to more mislead. I have been praying to Allah,
No,
Allah
but
guide
he's
me, Allah
showing
guide
you.
me.
Allah knows. Listen,
My friend,
whatever
hold
you
on.
tell
Let me
me,
finish
whatever.
now. Let me finish, please,
Mr.
if you
Adam,
don't
Mr.
mind.
Adam, I have to speak as well. You have to let me
Yeah, yeah,
speak.
but like I didn't even finish my statement
All
of
right,
my
sorry.
past. Let me
Continue.
finish my statement of the past and then you can say. So
Mhm.
when I was a Muslim at that time, I was praying for Allah's guidance, that Allah guide me, because now I have shak in your statements. Now I have shak that I'm getting things and I'm reading things and I'm going digging deep into your religion, and I have shak, and I have been praying that for years, and then finally I left him. So basically, if we look at it, he misled me when I was in the guidance, and then Allah says, "Kaifa yahdi?" To me, how can He guide when you were believer and then you disbelieved? So when I was still a believer, He did not guided me. When I was asking for Him, doing longer qiyams,
What's longer qiyams?
longer sujood. What do you mean by
Uh,
longer qiyam? Do you not offer prayer?
qiyam,
Do you know
yeah,
what qiyam
yeah.
is? Okay,
Yeah,
please.
qiyam, yeah, because the different accent. Yeah, qiyam.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, qiyam al-layl.
exactly. So I was doing longer qiyams, I was doing longer sujood, and I was asking Him for guidance, yet I was astray according to you, not according to other people, but Muslimin, not just you, sorry, Muslimin. And then I am the definitely disobedient. So please, the mic is yours.
All right. Can I answer?
I said
First,
mic is yours.
yeah, sure. First, there is nothing I can make sure that you are actually believing or praying to Allah to guide you. Allah knows best. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the one who can judge, He knows the seen and the unseen. And if you're murtad, it's your choice. If you're murtad, Allah knows if you're seeing the clear signs. And Allah knows if you disobey and you didn't want to submit for those clear signs. Understand me?
Carry on, brother.
Yeah, sure. But we
Carry
cannot
on.
judge, Listen, the judge in the final is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as well, there is scholars that were discussing about those people who live in the jungles, in the Amazon jungles, and who didn't even receive the message clearly.
Yeah, they
Who
haven't
don't know
received it.
about.
I did. I did.
Yeah,
We are
and they
talking
were
about me.
discussing about. Yeah, some scholars would say no, no. I mean, this is actually for the same issue. Now we're talking about the same issue. These scholars they say these guys they have their excuses. They have their excuses. They don't know about Muhammad. They didn't know about the message. The message didn't go clear to them. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is very fair, and have mercy on the servants. So Allah will judge for them. You understand me? Allah will judge. He will have His own judgment.
My friend.
Some scholars they say they will have a different dunya, a different life, and He will retest them. And some say that they will go to heaven, but it's impossible for them to go to be punished.
I understand your
So yeah,
point. Quite frankly,
the clear signs for a person, and these things which go in inside your brain, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala knows. We don't know it as human beings. We cannot judge it. We judge only the seen, what we see from you, and this is what we can judge. And this is
okay.
what we have judged in every country. The judge always they judge based on the seen, based on the evidences,
And the
based on the human
evidence
ability.
and
Based
the
on the human
evidence
ability.
is and the evidence is against your statements, quite frankly, my friend. No matter which, whether you are Hanafi, Shafi, Hanbali, or Maliki, I don't know. I don't care to ask at the moment, because all four school of thought agree to the basic principle that apostate should be killed, and you already know that. But forget that part for the time being. We are talking about the Yudlil of Allah. In
See, let's if you
1693,
wanna
Allah
you,
says,
you wanna talk if you want to open side topics, I don't mind. But let's
no, but like
let's put a beginning for it because we cannot
you said the
jump from
judgment.
right now.
You said the judgment is not is only for Allah, and that is why I gave you the rebuttal on that in a
The
shorter
last
time and came
judgment
back.
I'm talking about the last judgment,
So
the
yeah,
heaven the
so I
heaven
give you
and the
my
heaven and
rebuttal.
hell. Listen, the heaven and hell is
Hmm.
based on Allah's judgment.
Yeah,
You
so I
know.
brought up, that is why I brought up this verse, the last judgment now. So in this world, Muslimin judges me, and in the last world, Allah is going to judge me, and that's why I brought up this verse. This is
Yes.
1693. When you were talking, I based on your talk, I brought up this verse. It
See,
says,
can I open something for you? Like, it's very close to these issues. For
let's read
example, we
this
have
first.
technologies. Listen, brother.
Let's
We have
read this first, please.
listen,
Let's read
listen,
this
listen,
first.
brother. It's very important now. I can say this, for you and for us and for all the good listeners.
My friend, let me finish
Today we
me.
have new
When
judges. Look, we have new technologies.
my friend,
Please,
it does not
please let me,
matter.
please let me
No,
speak.
no, no,
Please
no,
let me
no.
speak.
Listen, I don't care about the world. We are talking about the scripture. Please respect the scripture. This is Quran we are talking about.
No,
Forget the
no, we are
normal
talking about
worldly
the
judges.
humans. No, no, I was
No,
talking about
I
the
don't care
seen
about
evidence.
I don't care about the world. I don't care about the worldly judges. I don't care about the worldly things.
Okay,
These are
all
worldly
right.
things. We are talking about the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's original statements. So let's look at those. Any
Yeah.
human can be wrong. Do you agree with me on that?
Again, any human being can be wrong, can do
Can be
something
wrong,
wrong.
right? Can be wrong.
Yes.
Perfect. So forget humans things. We are talking about Allah's divine words. So let's come
Yes.
to this divine word. Allah says, and if Allah had willed, law sha'Allah. Sha'Allah, if He wanted, if He will,
Yes. Yes.
right? He could have made you one
Nation.
ummatul wahida, one nation,
Ummatun
one,
wahida. Yes.
right? Walakin, but He sends astray yudlil, right? Yud, right?
يضل من
Right?
يشاء يضل من يشاء
Mayasha,
نعم ويهدي من يشاء.
whichever he wills, he sends astray. Mayasha, whichever he wills, and he
Yes.
guides whichever he wills.
Yes.
And you will
And
surely be questioned about it. So now we are talking about the day of judgment. He is the one who sent somebody astray, whom he willed.
yes.
And how can he question the person when he is the one who sent astray him, who he willed? How can he
Yes.
question me?
Okay. ويضل من يشاء. He misguided. Wait. Let me read it in English. And he
Read it in
guides.
Arabic, brother.
No, no. He sent. No, no. For the listeners, like even.
Forget it. They already know this. Read it
Okay.
in Arabic. We are talking.
He sends astray whom he wills. Yeah. And who are those guys who send Allah Subhanahu wa Taala? Like they send them
Like
astray.
I told you,
Is
it
the
does
one
not
is the
matter.
one disobedient.
I
Is the
said
one
it does not
disobedient
matter.
based on the previous verse.
My friend, it does not matter. The thing is, if Allah is not sending astray, then he can question. He can say, hey, Adam, you were led astray by the Satan. I tried to guide you. Hence, I am questioning you. Now, here the problem is Satan tried to misguide me, okay, and then Allah also misguided me. How can then Allah ask me
No,
a
but
question? Because now the thing is, he is co-partner in Satan's misguidance. He cannot question me because he's the one who also misguided me.
okay.
Does Satan do yadlil in the
Can I
Quran?
answer you? Can I answer you this?
Brother, does
Okay.
Satan do yudlil in the Quran?
Can I answer? Can I answer your statement?
Mm-hmm. You
Yes.
can
Thank
answer,
you.
but like, does Satan do yudlil in the Quran?
Yes,
Perfect. Thank you. Please.
the
Now you can answer.
shaitan. Listen, the shaitan misguided people, and Allah Subhanahu wa Taala based on your situation as personal, because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is gonna judge everyone individually based on the evidences, on the signs. If Allah showed you the signs that you are doing this is wrong, what you're doing is wrong, and by the ability that Allah gave you this brain, and by the ability you have, you saw the truth, and you deny it, and you became disobedient, and you insist to be disobedient all the time, he will send you astray. But if you
My friend, hold
have
on.
that disability,
Here,
disability to
I
know the
already
truth.
explained that. No,
Listen,
no, brother, hold on. Stop here because
why
I already
why do I
explained it
hear
to you.
you, Adam? It's very important
No,
that we
no,
have
I
a
already explained this to
constructive
you.
dialogue.
I already explained this to you, and then you still brought up this same point. I told you when I was a Muslim,
It's
I
I
was
am
following
explaining to
everything.
you. I am listen, Adam. If you want to hear something, if you want to know the information, that you have to listen. You
My
have to be
friend, I
patient.
have been listening to the ulama deen all my life, and that's why I'm telling you, brother, what you are explaining it to me. I had a debates with the ulama deen in the mosques, whether you call them ulama deen or not, and I gave them the same explicit answer, and they revert back in a circle. And you are doing the same thing. You're going in a circle. I am telling you,
Can
I
you
was
can
a
you give
Muslim.
me first, like as I hear you very well, please hear me very well because this is very important for you and for the listeners because the listeners they want to know the truth. So it's very important that you can provide your informations very clearly without me interrupting you. And same as well for me, if I want to give you information, it's very important for you to hear,
Then
to make it
please,
clear
I
for
don't
you
want to
and
go
for the
into
listeners.
circle again. Yes, I don't want to go to circular reasoning
No,
again.
no, no. I'm
So
not
now,
gonna I'm not gonna go. I
now
wish.
I was already guided and I am now asking guidance from Allah, but Allah sent me astray. Where should I go from here? Please. Mike is yours.
Okay, you will be listening, I wish. For
If you
you,
go and go into
as I
circle,
told
yes.
you, listen, I need to, first, if I'm going to make a judge, I'm going to make a judge on general basis. I'm not going to go to you specific. You understand? I'm not going to go to you specific
No, no, go to
because
me specific. You're talking to me, brother. You are talking to me. So go to me specific.
because the takfir of the individualist, like someone who's infidel, and this judge doesn't come from me. It comes from the top muftis. You understand? So this is very important for you to know. But in general, if someone saw the truth and his brain realized it's the truth, above that, I know it's the truth. I'm gonna disobey, and I'm gonna keep disobeying, do of my own reasons. I have my own reasons. I have my own desires that I want to keep up. This one who will be judged, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the best, because in the day of judgment, you will say, God, at that day I was disbelieved. He will tell you that no, that at that night, when that person came to you, you saw the truth, but then at that time you know it by your brain, it was the truth, but you disagree. You see, this all unseen data, Allah knows it. We don't know it. So in general, judge, we say if someone knows the truth and realize the truth and disobey it, this one who will Allah will judge him, yani, and he will go to hell. But if someone have the argument in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he have the argument because Allah will listen to your arguments too. If someone have the argument in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this informations or this data it didn't come to him in the right way, or he was misguided by others. So that information didn't come to him with many reasons. Even the people of Amazon jungle, you understand me, they didn't receive it. They have the argument, for them not to be put in fire. And Allah is just subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay,
This is a
so you
general rule.
are you are going against your own scholars, and you said that you took it from the scholars. This is Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is saying if Allah had willed, He would have made all humanity one nation, like saying "Law Sha Allah," meaning "O mankind." Ummehatu wahid. This is like the ayah, and then he says that He could have created harmony among them, and there would not be any difference and conflict or hatred between them. And if your Lord has so willed, He would surely have made mankind one nation or community, but they will not cease to disagree. Accept him on your Lord as bestowed his mercy, for that he created them. This is chapter number 11, verse number
Yeah,
118 and
okay.
119. Walakin yudlil, but he allows
يضل
whom
يضل يضل من يشاء.
okay,
Not يضلل يضل.
he wills to stray, and he guides whom he wills. Then on the day of resurrection he will be asked about it. Now I don't care about the Amazon jungle. I do not care because they have
Yeah,
not received the word of Allah.
yeah,
It does
sure.
not matter for me
But
right now, because
if you
now,
misunderstand, if you misunderstand, you say Zaid or يضل من يشاء. He misguided anyone he wants. I'll tell you,
okay, why
yes,
does he misguide
Allah
anyone he wants?
misguided based on the chapter 2 I give you.
This
Allah
no, not Ibn Kathir
misguided
does not give
and
that.
he only misguided the disobedient, the
My
definitely
friend,
disobedient.
My friend, I
You
told
have to, you
you,
have
you
to, you
are
have, you
going in
have to get
circle.
all the verses. You have to get
No,
all
no,
the
you are
verses
going in
so you
circle.
understand the picture. If you take one verse,
My friend, do you want to state everything in circular reasoning? You said go to the
not
mujtahids.
circular, not circular,
Yes,
Mr.
you are
Adam.
doing that. Right now, I'm showing not my own interpretation, but the interpretation of Ibn Kathir. He did not give your verse for this ayah. He gave the verse of chapter number 11, verse number 118 and 19, and he quoted that. I am not doing that. Ibn Kathir is doing that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He
Now
explained the
I am not
verse.
even talking. Now I am not even
He
talking
explained a
Ibn
verse.
Kathir. So according to the Ibn Kathir's interpretation,
Yeah,
this is
he's
exactly what
explaining.
my interpretation is because I took it from Ibn Kathir. So
Okay.
Allah is misguiding anyone whom He wants, and He gives an analogy and etc. etc.
Wait,
etc.
wait, go above,
So
go
now
above.
here, hold
No,
on,
no, no.
I'll go.
Let's go above, please.
Okay, Ji, let's go above. Read it.
Let's go
Read the
above.
example. This is the one you want to read.
Wait,
Read.
no, no. Let's go up. It's all Arabic or English?
It is English. Why should I
All
open all
English.
Arabic?
Okay,
Read it.
okay. Then Allah warns His servant against taking oath as means of deception, using them of treasure
What does Allah do?
purposes.
What does Allah do? People are
Allah warns
reading now.
His servant against taking oaths as means of deception.
Deception. Perfect. Now let's read.
Okay, using them for treacherous purposes,
Hmm.
lest lest the foot should slip after being firmly planted. So basically, like it's actually confirming, yani,
Next. Let's read.
listen,
So
listen,
I
Adam,
already explained it to you.
Habibi, Adam, Habibi. When we, for example, when you have a contract, okay, you're signing a contract. This contract has many points, yeah, many
Hmm.
subjects. First, you need to do this. First, do this. Three to do this. If you took one point and you implement the whole contract, you will be misguided, for the understanding. But if you read one and two and three, there's a picture that is given to you that you will be implementing under this circle. You cannot go with one and you maximize all the other parts and you restrict only this
My
contract.
friend,
Oh,
did
I
I
have to
not
do this.
answered
You
you on
understand?
that particular part already? Why are you repeating again and again? I told you
You
if
know,
Satan has
that's why
misguided
that's
me,
why
if
these
Satan
points in the
has,
contract, this point in the
you are,
contract, Mr. Adam, this is very important to know. These points in the contract are the verses and the hadiths, So those ones gonna make you a full picture,
I already
of
gave you
what
the
you want to
hadith to begin
understand.
with. My
If
friend,
you
you are repeating. You are repeating. I already gave you the
We are
hadith
on the
for it.
same subject. We are on the same subject, yeah. That's why we are
No, no.
repeating, yeah.
I already gave you the hadith for this, where Allah is blaming me for doing something which he already preordained, and that's what Adam said to Moses as well in the hadith as well. But what I'm showing you here, and I'm telling you again and again, if I am already misguided, then Allah needs to guide me, and if I then leave his guidance, then that is fine. But I am already misguided, and Allah is also misguiding me. He is co
He's
owner
giving you
of
the
the
choice, yeah.
satanic thing. He's co-owner of what Satan is doing. Satan is misguiding, Allah is misguiding. That's exactly what I'm saying. If
No,
Allah would say Satan
it,
misguided,
uh,
Satan has misguided, you are a misguided person. Now I'm not going to misguide you. I am still going to guide you. Then he can ask me question. If he's saying
he
it's my
misguided the
will,
disobedient. He misguided the
my friend,
disobedient.
where was I disobedient?
If he's giving you clear evidences for
Where
you
was
to
I?
submit,
Where was I not obedient? If I'm offering the salat, if I'm offering the saum, if I'm doing everything, eating halal food, doing the halal rizq, if I'm doing everything according to what Allah's wills are, how am I the misguided one? So I was the purely guided one of the.
he will not, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not judge you.
He did that to me.
You
I'm
were
an
guided.
apostate.
Allah will judge
I'm an
you.
apostate.
Well, yeah, you're apostate now. You're apostate. Yeah, it's just
So
like
he did that to me.
I am now a good person. I am now a good person, and the police doesn't want anything from me. But then I suddenly went out and killed my or one of the guys in the street, Then I go to the judge. I was like, I was a good guy. Why don't judge me as that person? I just killed the guy. Just forgive me.
My friend,
You
I
will be
told you do
punished.
not bring
You
humans.
will be.
I told
You will
you
be.
do not.
You will be
I
punished. If you killed someone. Yeah.
My
Even if you
friend,
are
if
30 or
so,
60 years.
basically you are telling me apostasy is equal to killing somebody.
I'm not saying it's equal. I'm not saying it's
Okay, so
equal.
yeah,
No,
yeah, so
I'm
don't
saying
bring
the
an
mistake.
example.
What's equal
Do
is
not
every
bring an
mistake.
example which does not
What's
fit.
equal? What's equal that every mistake should be punished. You cannot say I was a good guy. Now I killed someone. Come on, like,
So
no. That's not fair.
I
That's not
am
even fair,
saying,
even for human logic. Yeah.
I am saying Allah misguided me. Now I am here. Why did you say, may Allah guide you? Because Allah said that He
First,
created
I
certain
didn't
man
know you. I
and
didn't know you
jinn.
in person. First, I didn't know you in person. When I say "May Allah guide you," I give it to everyone. Who joins, who agrees in the video you post. It's a comment, and I'm giving it to everyone. I don't know you specifically. You understand? I don't know you specifically. This is a general. This is a general prayer. Everyone wants the best for the other people. Yeah, we should, as
Okay,
Muslims,
even for
we
the
should, as
general prayer,
Muslims, as Muslims,
e-
we should always wish the other people good. May Allah guide you. Yeah. And this is a guidance very important for humanity.
even
As
for
human,
the
are not
general
perfect. Yeah.
people, okay, brother, I understand. Even for the general people, the person whom Allah
No.
created for Nare Jahannam, because Allah said that He created certain man and jinn for the Nare Jahannam. How can you pray for him when he was actually created from for Nare Jahannam? And
When
Allah
you
Himself
mean
told
He created
Muhammad,
me or the jinn?
man and jinn both for the Nare Jahannam. Read the
They
verse.
were created or they will be sent to Jahannam. You mean?
Read it.
لو شئنا لأتينا كل نفس هداها ولكن حق القول مني لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين.
Okay, so what
Yes.
does Allah says
Okay.
over here?
ولو شئنا.
Hmm?
Okay, just for the listeners, if we had willed, we could have
Hmm?
given every soul its
Hmm?
guidance. But
Hmm?
the word for me will
Hmm?
come into effect that I
Hmm?
will surely fill hell with jinn and people altogether. Yes,
So what
the
is the word of
misguided people,
Allah?
yeah? The
What is the
misguided
word of
people.
Allah? The misguided people. Are you sure? You said connect the verses from Quran.
Because
Except
it's
from your
chapter
Lord has
chapter
given
2.
mercy, and
Follow the
He
contract, my
created
friend.
them. He created them. He created them for what? But for the word of the Lord will be fulfilled, that I will surely fill the jinn and the mankind. So that verse and this verse, Allah creates khalaqahum. Allah
خلقهم.
creates certain jinn and mankind for hell. He said that. So if a person is created for hell, how is your prayer going to take any effect? Please.
He created them, the jinn,
Hmm.
and humanity in general, yeah?
What is
He
Allah
didn't
saying?
say we created them for the hellfire.
Yes, yes. What is
إلا
it?
من رحم ربك ولذلك خلقهم. إلا
Wazalika,
من رحم
zalika khalaka, wazalika khalaka. So there is a jim over here
إلا
and
من رحم
kafla.
إلا
So
من
jim,
رحم ربك
rabbuka,
ولذلك
full stop.
خلقهم.
There is a jim. Can you see the jim over here?
Yeah.
A stopper? Okay, thank you. Wazalika khalaqahum. And for that he created them. Who created them? So that the word of him, the kalama of Rabb, will come into effect. That what? I will surely fill the
No,
jinn and
read,
mankind
read,
together.
read, read
So,
from the beginning. Except whom your Lord has given mercy, and for
okay.
that
So,
He created them.
so, exactly. So he created certain people for hell. There is no shak
Except
in this
whom
ayah.
your Lord, read the verse.
Exactly. So the mercy is at
Except
the
whom
level
your
of
Lord has
creation.
given mercy,
Exactly. So
and
the
that for that He
mercy,
created them.
my friend, so the mercy is at the level of creating the person, not at the other time. So he created certain
Because
people
He
with
knows.
his mercy, and he created certain people for hell. This is the clear ayah, and you know
Okay,
Arabic.
but let's say He knows the future. Yeah, He
My
knows
friend,
what you
I
are
don't
going to
care.
do.
I don't care. Every
He
god in
knows.
every false
You
god in the
have listen.
world,
This is part of knowledge. Yeah, this is
my
part of
friend,
knowledge
this is,
because you know
I
something
am
for
not
the
saying,
future.
oh my goodness, my
You know
friend,
something for the future. Yeah, if you know something for the future, you know everything. So if He knows that you will go to hell, He knows. He knows you're gonna disobey Him.
are
He
you going
knows
to,
everything.
are you going to be
You know.
a
By
Maulvi
the way,
Imam over here?
this
Are you going to be an
I
Imam over
believe.
here for the
Listen,
Dawah?
listen.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no.
You listen for the time, for the sake of argument. Are you here for the dawa? My friend, you are not here for the dawa. You know why? Because I have already heard these things. I'm telling you, every false god in the world, every false god follower in the world knows that God, their God knows everything. So that is not even a point. So why are you wasting time on that point? Now, what we are talking over here, that Allah had mercy for people at the time when he was born, and that
Okay.
is why he created certain people for hell, and that is why Allah sent astray. So Allah knows that is absolutely fine for me. If Allah would not send astray, that is fine. He knows that the Satan will misguide you. Okay, Adam, you will going to go to hell, or okay, Z, you will going to go to heaven, because I know what is going to happen to you. But the problem over here is that Allah is stating he misguides, whereas Satan misguides. Then for that person there is no escaping, because the most powerful being in the world, which we you call Allah, is also misguiding that person. So how can that person ever receive the guidance when the most powerful person in the world is misguiding them?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. If I answer, I will be going in circle.
I've
Just to
already
check.
given you the answer,
Yeah.
so
Just to make sure, And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He misguided the disobedient. The disobedient comes from
I,
Satan. He's
so that's what
insisting,
I'm saying. Am I not saying
and the
that?
Satan and the
Am I not
Satan
saying
tells
that?
him no. Yeah, he knows by his ability. He knows, oh, 1 plus 1 equals 2. But the Satan is telling him, yeah, you know what? Don't choose two. There's many things you can do in this life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Why would you choose two? And he keeps accepting. And those messages come to him. During this dialogue, me and you, there's a listeners who knows, and he knows what's happening, and they receive the good messages. Allah knows them. You know, those guys who's insisting, that the group of them who's insisting to do wrong and wrong and wrong, while they're saying the truth, and they know is the truth. This is where they will be
Again,
misguided. Because
you
they're
said something over here. You
disobeying.
said something over here. Hold on.
But
I
listen, this
already
one,
told
this
you.
by the way, this one's we're not gonna finish it,
Oh
obviously.
no, no. We are
So
going to
let's
finish this.
let's
You are
jump to
going to
the to
finish it.
the let's
You
jump to the
said.
main comments,
You
because
said.
listen.
You said
I,
Allah.
Adam,
You said Satan. Oh, hold on, brother. We need to first fix Allah. Then we will go somewhere else. You said the Satan whispers and makes the things looks good. That's what Allah does as well. Allah says, indeed, for those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have made pleasing to them their deeds, so they wander blindly. So now, every
yeah,
person is first
exactly. It's
misled
confirming. It's
by the
confirming
Satan.
my.
Hold on,
It's
I'm
confirming
already.
my.
When did I
Uh,
rejected your statement? I always stated your statement. You are not listening to me. You are just stating your statement again and again. And that's why I say, please listen to my statement as well. My statement is going the way you are saying. The person who is already misled by the Satan, and then Allah is also misleading him. No matter how Satan misleads, Allah misleads in the same way. Then that person has nowhere to escape. Hence Allah cannot ask the question. That is what I'm saying. How can Allah ask the question when he is the one who is misleading on
okay,
top of Satan's
okay,
misleading?
okay,
Allah and Satan
Adam.
are doing the same thing. Satan is glamorizing his bad deeds. Allah is glamorizing his bad deeds. Satan is sending astray Yudlil. Allah is sending astray Yudlil.
Okay,
What else do you want to say about Allah?
okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already says, إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة زينت لهم أعمالهم فهم يعمهون. It's actually perfecting what I was saying. Indeed, for those who don't believe in the hereafter, we made them pleasing to them their deeds. You know, basically, it's those ones who are insisting and they don't believe and they just want to follow their desires, for the other reasons. Allah gonna make them all enjoy. If you want to keep that life, you want to go clubbing, you want to go drink alcohol, you want to go adultery, you want to do whatever you want for those pleasures. Enjoy, enjoy. But Allah has given you the signs. This is wrong. Adultery is gonna harm your society. It's gonna harm your family. You're not gonna have a stable
So Allah
family.
misled.
So even now, let's say, for example,
Allah misled
uh,
that person to perform
if
those actions.
he's giving you clear evidences,
Where
and
is
you
the
keep
clear evidence?
rejecting,
Where is the clear
everyone,
evidence?
clear evidence in everything, in every
Where is the
prophet.
clear evidence?
You want me to give you example?
So where is the clear evidence? I am already
Do you
saying this
want
Quran
me? Do you want me to
is
give you
the clear
example?
evidence. Yes, yes, yes. Will this
Okay,
Quran? I am
cool.
giving you the
Okay,
examples. This Quran is the
I'll give you
clear
an
evidence.
example. I'll give you an example.
Let me
I'll
fix
give you
that
a.
first. This
No, no, no.
Quran has the
You
clear
ask. Please let
evidence.
me answer. Let me answer. You
Let
ask.
me
Yeah.
finish my statement. This Quran right now that we shown is the clear evidence that Allah and Satan are co-conspirator in doing the same thing, and that is leading person astray to send him to hell. So now, give me the example.
Okay. Let's give you example in real life. Unfortunately, the atheists and let's say the secular systems and liberals and they're promoting, for example, the sexual freedom. This sexual freedom has led many to go astray, and this brought up unstable families. Unfortunately, now it recently came to India as well. May Allah guide us all. Now you see this instability of many of Indian families, many high rate of divorces, rape statistics. The sister, she start to run away from her home. She start living alone with her boyfriend, and the vice versa. And those things they brought children out of wedlock, and the man doesn't take responsibility. There is no contract that he signed for this woman. With this woman that he married to, and this increased those wedlock children, and the science from not even Islamic. Allah has given the evidences based on the brain of the human. The human brain, after their researches, they realized, oh, there is a social problem with adultery. There's social problems with fornication that brought up. Unfortunately, they brought up high mass shooting as well. Like I read the statistics in US that majority of mass shooters they came from single parent family. Another statistics I read that the adulteries increase the crime rate of the society. So there is a massive cost for the society, but the people they realize it by science, by the ability that Allah gave them, that they can take this knowledge and they can research. Unlike a monkey or a dog, you cannot analyze like us. We see the clear signs. At the same time, we reject them because of our desires, because we want to enjoy these ladies, and let's convince them that hey, you have a freedom of whatever you want to do. Your father, your brother cannot force you to do something. You are free to do it. Based on desires, they start to make these unfortunate things, and they know that this actually harm their society based on scientific evidences, but they reject it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, unfortunately for those some group of those people who's insisting after they seeing this knowledge and they're still enjoying this life and they want to have that sexual freedom, like unfortunately like how monkeys they do it and how animals they do it with no any restrictions. They do it, they enjoy life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, khalas, I'm giving you this clear answers, clear proofs, and he's still insisting to have adultery affairs and enjoy life. You only live once. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And the hereafter and the heaven will be inherited by the righteous. This
Okay.
is my an example, of real life.
Okay. Now let
زُيِّنَّ
me.
لَهُمْ
You
that
have.
we have made them pleasing to their deeds.
Okay. I have been here
It's the
listening to
same
you
verse.
from the last 5 minutes. Okay. Now let me
So,
give you the answer.
mhm.
Whatever you said goes against you in the court of law because Muhammad by himself permitted muta marriage at his time, and you agree to that, correct?
Yes, he did it once
Okay.
because the
Now,
people were actually infidels and they're the beginning of Islam. There is many things in Islam. You want me to answer or you want to keep complete your statement? Sorry, complete.
so because you interrupted me in the middle, so I'm going to show you the chapter
Sorry,
of
yeah,
muta.
continue.
The chapter of muta. It
Mhm.
was permitted. then abrogated, then permitted, and then abrogated, and it will remain abrogated for the day of resurrection. So
Okay.
muta marriage, according to Sahih Muslim, it was permitted, then abrogated, then permitted, and who finally abrogated it? Who finally abrogated it, brother?
It were
Umar.
forbidden.
Umar.
Yeah.
Umar finally
Not
abrogated
Umar.
it.
Umar, not him. Umar is given a hadith says that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he stopped it because some people, because there is no TV now. Now you have YouTube. Yeah, there's many people who watch you and me. Before, there is something I would say to you, someone, a prophet who would say to his friends. Not everyone knows. You know, this information takes time to reach majority of people. So yeah, let's talk about it. No
So
problem.
this one is says that people were enjoying the temporary marriage during the time of Prophet and during the time of Abu Bakr and Umar. So Umar finally abrogated it during the time of Muhammad and Abu Bakr and Umar, and you are telling me that Abu Bakr did not know that Muhammad abrogated it and Umar did not, Abu Bakr did not stop it, and then Umar finally stopped it. At the time of Umar there was no internet as well. How did, when Umar stopped it, got stopped? So now let's not go into that because that's a separate discussion. The discussion is Muhammad allowed muta marriage, which is
So
nothing more than a
is the
contract. Let me
type?
finish.
By
Let
the
me
way,
finish now. Let me finish.
wait.
Let
Is the
me finish.
mut'a type? Is the mut'a
Let
type is
me
part of the
finish.
discussion?
Let me finish. Let me
Is the
finish.
mut'a type is part of the discussion?
Let me finish. Because that is why muta is nothing
No,
more
no,
than a
no. I
sexual
don't mind.
contract for a specific time period. For a
Mhm,
specific time period, it's a sexual contract.
mhm.
3 days, 3 hours, 3 sa'at. And every ulama deen have a different interpretation from sa'at, whether it's days, hours, weeks. So please do not go there. And that is the same thing that you do in the Western cultures that you are referring to. They pay the prostitute certain amount of money and they come and have sex with them. How is that any different than mota? Please, the mic is now yours.
Okay. First, let's go to the main topic. I was actually given a comment. I gave a comment with you. I
You
said,
gave you gave a
"May
5 minute
Allah."
long lecture.
Let's revise.
You
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
a
but
no
of
no. You
course,
gave a 5 minute
then
long lecture.
of course I
Now I have
realized.
to no no. I have
I
to now finish that 5 minute lecture first for the sake of my
No,
audience
no,
who are
no, no,
listening.
no. Because
No
I
no 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 no.
gave.
First finish that.
You
Why
are
did you give
changing
me
now.
a five
You're
minutes long
going to
lecture?
muta. You're going to muta. I
Why
give
did
you
you give
a.
me a 5 minutes long lecture
Okay.
on a sexual immoralities of the current
Yes.
world when
Okay.
your prophet allowed the same sexual immoralities but named it mota, and you do not have an objection on that? Why do you have an objection on the prostitution?
No. Okay. Just we need to finish this one. No problem. Okay. I mentioned something as example because
And
you will
for that
say
example I'm giving you the same
how
thing.
Allah pleasing these guys deeds. You know
So is this
who
good?
enjoy.
Is this good? So is this a
Okay.
good thing that Allah allowed that
Okay. Can
a
I answer
muslima
you?
a
No problem.
muslima a muslima now can be married to a person for a temporary time period, to a Muslim who can fornicate her, perform sex with her, and then let her go by giving her a garment or some shekels? How is this a nice thing to do with a Muslima?
Okay. It says Muslima.
Okay, can you tell me one single hadith where you have to do it with a non-Muslim? It is all about Muslimas because non-Muslims are your slaves. Now let's go to there. They have malakat al-imans. So
Okay.
when
Okay.
you
Let's.
capture the
All right.
non-Muslims,
All right.
then you
Let's
don't
let's
even
speak.
have to. Then you don't even have to perform muta marriage with them. Then they
Okay.
are your sex slaves. They are your sex slaves. You can perform sex, and that sex is called raping because there the consent is not there because you have got them as slaves now. So you have raping of women allowed in your religion, and you call it a nice religion, a fair thing
Okay.
that Allah
Okay.
provided.
Let's not go to the journalist way of speech. Let's go more like on
Oh,
the
you
topic.
gave
No
me a
problem.
5 minute
But it's
speech
okay.
already.
Yeah, but 5 minutes based on based on evidence, but with no journalist speak. But anyways, let's focus on this one. No problem. But
It's my
then we're
channel, I
gonna
can
go
speak
back.
the way I want to.
Then we're gonna go
Next.
back to the. Then we're gonna go back to the main topic. No problem. I give example, but you give another example relate to my example. No problem. I'm gonna discuss it with you. First, let's know that in the beginning of Islam, there's many things that were halal. The Arab used to drink alcohol. Drink alcohol. And the Quran says, do not in the beginning to discipline the Muslims and the society. It says in the beginning, do not pray while you are drunk.
You're
You
wrong
know,
here. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You're
there's no
absolutely
verse
wrong.
says that. There's no
No,
verse says that.
no, you are wrong in the context of that. Ali was eating food and drinking alcohol with his followers. When he got so drunk, then he offered prayer and he recited the verse Kul A'udhu bi Rabbin Nas or Kul A'udhu bi Rabbil Falaq. I don't know which one. He recited that verse wrongly, and then people told him, Ali, you are still reciting it wrongly. Then the verse came down. So please
Okay.
fix your
Did I?
context.
Yeah, this is a proof that Ali bin Abi Talib, he was part of that culture. Yeah,
So he
beginning
was
of
a he was a drunk person as well. Perfect. Next.
before Islam, there's many disciples. Yeah, were drinking. There's many
No, no, it was
disciples.
Islam. It was Islam. It was like at least 8 years of into Islam. So next, come on.
Yeah, but I'll
According
tell you
to the
something.
revelation order of Quran, it was already like I think 10 years into Islam. No, no, rather he was eating
No
that in Medina.
problem.
So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Makkah, he was
When
drinking
I
that in Makkah. Sorry, let me
Adam.
fix myself. Let me fix myself. He was doing that in Makkah, not in Medina. Please correct me that it was happening in Medina or Makkah. Please tell me.
Did I deny anything
No, no.
from
So
Mecca? This is
basically,
not the
Islam
topic.
was there for a
Why
long
why
time
why you cut
already.
why do you
Next.
cut my conversation? Why do
No,
you
I'm
cut my
not
conversation?
cutting. I'm fixing you. So
I
don't
am I
say
am
something.
saying no. Okay, I'm gonna repeat, but I hope you don't interrupt me again, please.
Say the right
I'm
thing, then I won't
saying
interrupt, brother. Carry on.
okay. I'm saying in the beginning of Islam, in the beginning of the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was a bad habits among the Arab, and I'll give an example first. Arab used to drink. Arab used to drink alcohol before Islam. And Islam in the beginning, it was not just like the laws that now submit, because the Quran came as a verses, not to come by, hey, here is the book, the last version, or the last laws and everything. Follow it now from now on. No, it was not like that. It was coming verses depend on the people's life and situations and what they should do. So Ali bin Abi Talib, radiallahu anhu, as you said, I don't know if this is a true hadith or not, but I know
Yeah,
in
by the way,
general,
my friend, tell me something.
you cut my
Yeah,
conversation.
I know this
You cut
because
my,
the Quran is revealed
no,
in
no, no, please,
Quran
let me
is
speak,
revealed
let me
in
speak.
oh, my friend, I already know that Quran is revealed in portions, and Allah was always
Please let
reactive.
me,
He was
okay, please let
always
me,
giving me things in
okay,
reaction. So you are
okay,
giving me
I'm
a
giving
dawa,
you
don't give.
explanation, how
Don't
this
give me
verse
a
came.
dawa. Make it short and bring it.
I'm not da'wah,
Yeah, make
I'm
it
talking
short
about,
because I already know all this. So please give it short.
see,
Quran was revealed
I'm
in
not,
portions. Allah was hypocrite that first he said, okay, let's do this and then do this. If Allah already knew
why
that
you don't listen, okay,
alcohol is
okay, you can
bad,
say this, I'll tell you, listen, you can say
if
what you want to
alcohol
say.
is bad and wrong, why didn't he bring it from the very beginning? Why did he not stated that in the very beginning? Why?
Let's speak.
Tell me.
Let's speak. Can I speak and complete my sentence without
Because
you
you are
interrupting
stating the
me?
whole thing again and again. Please do not
Yeah,
do
of
that.
course. Like, of
Don't
course,
give
I
me
have
a
to give you
story.
the.
I already know the stories. You think I don't know the stories? I already know these stories. So give me the
You
verdict
give
of it.
me. You're giving me now, like you are interrupting me, unfortunately, and I cannot provide my information correctly. And this
Your
is I'm
information is
probably
incorrect. That is why I'm interrupting you again and again. Every time you bring
okay.
in, you
Can I?
change the topic of muta to alcohol, where we are talking about muta, and you change it to alcohol.
You said Ali bin Abi Talib was drinking in the beginning. You said it. I didn't say it.
You brought I brought in muta because of your
Yeah,
statement. You
okay. I
moved to
said,
alcohol.
no, I was talking in general. Now you put me something, you drop me something. I have to defend it. I wish if I can
You
go to the
cannot
main.
defend it. You need to realize that Ali was a drunk person, and then based on that, Allah revealed that verse because the namaz, the
Can
prayer, the
I?
salat was getting wrong. Please state,
Can I
fix it,
speak? Can I
fix it.
speak?
Yes,
Can I speak?
Don't give me a story. I'm tired of stories. Give
No,
me
no.
the verdict.
If I give a story based on evidences, yes, I can do it. We are both. We should be
Then I
looking
will
to the
go
truth.
into stories.
Yeah, if we are giving if we both are giving the truth, why not? I will listen to your stories and you listen to my stories. If
Okay.
it's based on evidences, no problem.
Yeah, I'll give you the evidences. Okay, go on. Give me your story,
No
then I'll give you
problem. No
mine.
problem. No problem. Now we say there is bad habits, in the Arab in the beginning of Islam. Yes, and you mentioned that Ali was drinking during the Salah, and I will tell you, I
Not
have
during the
three
salah. You
verses
misquoted me now. Now I have to interrupt because you misquoted me. I
before the
said
Salah.
before the salah. Please don't misquote me.
Before, okay, no problem,
Yes.
no problem. Before the Salah, Ali was drunk, and he prayed, and because he was drinking, he was reciting the verse incorrectly. Yeah? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He brought a verse, do not go near to, do not go pray unless you are not drunk. This is what does it mean. You say this is hypocrisy because Allah should give you the same standard. But I'll give you an example, even in human life, for this discipline of the society. And, and
Don't give me society. I
for
already told you.
example,
You cannot compare Allah
no, no,
with
no,
society. Please don't.
no. I'll tell you to discipline the society. This is I give you many examples to discipline the society, which is very logic. There is places in India country or in many countries that the people they are not used to that traffic light. They're not used to it. They go the way they want and everything. In the beginning, those governments they cannot force everything. Hey, listen, you have to do this, you have to do this. They cannot. In the beginning, you have to educate the civilians that the red light, the signal, for the traffic is very important. You can then promote them to, you need to get driving license, step by step. Then you can put the law. You say, listen, if you cross that red light, those villagers, the one who lives in the villages, and they don't realize what does traffic mean. If you cross the red light, we're gonna fine you. We're gonna punish you. And step by step, they will understand. And you can see this in every society that they're getting civilized. You
Are you
understand?
done?
For example, the education. They can promote the education. Send your son to our schools, and we will give you money, monthly payment, for you. But later on, when the education is, everyone is aware for this education, then there is another law that will come that you are not allowed to put your child without education. There is children right that we need to educate your child. You need to put him in a school. Otherwise, you will be punished and you will be fined. Yeah, this is not hypocrisy. This is the government, the owning of the laws. They're trying to educate the society. And so step by step is very important for the human beings to understand, to get that high rank of understanding and civilization.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So Allah is nothing more than a government. Allah does not deal like a god. He deals like human because he has no power. His prophet, who is supposed Muhammad, who is supposed to be the last prophet of so many prophets, and he still has to give everything in reactive motion, not in proactive, because Allah does not know the future. He only knows what happens, and then he reacts to the situations, and then he gives something. Because if Allah would know beforehand, he would have said that beforehand. Point number one. Point number two, we are now talking again back to the muta because you already gave a 5-minute speech again. So muta, once again, it has no particular reasoning except that Muhammad wants to facilitate his people who were going out with Muhammad, and they said, should we castrate ourselves? And then Allah said, no, no. Muhammad said, no, 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 don't castrate yourself. Do temporary marriage. So this is called prostitution, but he gave it a name, mut'a, which means pleasure, and you already know that. So he gave
Yeah,
a pleasure marriage, allowed them to have fornication with a contract where you have to provide some money to certain people, which does not need that. So the people was basically so disgusting, so disgusting that they cannot hold their organs, penises, excuse my language, that they have to have a woman to perform sex You are telling me Allah allowed this thing for man, and Ali ibn Talib had issues with urethral discharge. This is how silly these Ali ibn Talib is. Bukhari 269. Ali is narrated by Ali. I used to get emotional urethral discharges frequently. Being the son-in-law of the Prophet, so we are not talking about any other Ali, the same Ali, I requested a man to ask him about it. So the man asked the Prophet about it. The Prophet replied, perform ablution after washing your organ, i.e. penis. So you are telling me that these
Okay.
people were so emotionally excited every time they look at a woman, and we also have the hadith where Prophet came out and he saw a woman, and then he went into the house, dragged her wife, performed the sex, then came out and told his people, the woman comes in the form of a devil, so go to your wife as soon as you feel this urethral thingy emotional thingy. So now you are telling me these people of the 7th century were so sexually moral, let me put the word moral in quotation, that they have to have the muta marriages to satisfy their emotional desires. And Allah said, I don't care about the woman's piety, I do not care about the woman's hijab and everything. Go perform sexual immoralities with these women in the form of muta. This is what you are referring to.
Okay. You want me to answer? Can I answer?
Answered, but instead of stories, come to the statements and the hadiths and everything
You
like I
did.
do. I
Okay.
don't I don't run in stories. I run
Okay.
with the evidence.
Based on the evidences I brought, and
Evidences which
that
I
the
brought.
Arabs,
Sorry. I brought. You did
yeah,
not brought evidence. You
yeah,
just
of
gave me
course,
a story.
because listen. If we want me to bring my book and prepare everything, this is totally different issue. I have to prepare myself. I have to. For me, I prepared something else. I prepared the based on the comment that I have. Based on the comment that I have, I prepared evidences that Jesus is a human being. You get my point? Based on my comment. But now we're going to deviate for other comments. I am not fully ready. I don't have my everything, in front of me. Unlike you have everything in front of you. Yeah. So how is that fair? But listen, it's okay, no problem. We can
So
go
you
on in
are
that.
telling me that
We can go on.
what
We
I
can
am
go on.
showing, what I am
Adam,
showing.
Adam,
Okay,
Adam,
okay,
Adam.
wait.
We can
Let me
go
fix
on.
your.
We can
Let
go
me,
on.
my friend. Let me fix your statement. Let me give the moral of the stories who are listening. What I am showing to you right now is so strange, so bad that you have never read it before. Is that what you're saying,
No,
or you have
Wallah, I
read it
read it.
before?
I read it. I read it. But
You read
okay,
it.
let me
Perfect.
answer you.
You
Let
don't
me
have to
answer
say
you.
wallahi. You don't have to say
No.
wallahi. I
But
understand that you read it. Okay.
there is difference between reading a quick things. There is difference between you read and revise and you get all the points to understand it fully. But for me, I have an answer for this.
Okay.
As I
Give me
told
the
you,
answer.
the pagan Arabs, used to do many things. Used to drink, used to go when they go fight. They used to enjoy. So as a pleasure, as you say. So these things are in the beginning of Islam. Then Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, step by step, as I told you, step by step, it was forbidden. And Ali bin Abi Talib, as you say that he was discharging a lot. It's okay. There is many people to have healthy sexuality. There is
So
many
this is healthy
people.
sexuality.
If someone is
Getting a
discharging a
woman,
lot, listen. If
get,
someone is
get getting a woman,
read.
getting a woman
I didn't
in
cut your conversation. You cut
getting
my
a woman. No, no,
conversation
no,
now.
no, no. This is very
No,
important
you cut
point.
it. I'm speaking. I'm
Getting
speaking.
a
Please let me
woman
speak.
for fornication for a set period of time is healthy sexual relationship. Thank you for saying that.
I didn't say this is healthy
Okay,
sexual
then what
relationship.
is so what is,
You
how
are
is muta,
discussing. You are interrupting.
how is muta healthy sexual relationship? Can you please explain
No,
me
I
that?
didn't say that. I
So
say
muta was
based.
wrong.
No, based on the hadith
So muta was
that
wrong.
that
Come to muta. So
based
muta was wrong.
in the beginning,
So
in the
was muta
beginning or
wrong?
in the beginning, alcohol and mut'a was not wrong. In
So
the beginning
alcohol
of
and
Islam.
muta in the beginning was not wrong.
In the
Islam
beginning,
Islam
in the
allowed it.
beginning, You don't cut, please. Don't cut my conversation. You know, I'm here. I'm
So
giving you a
Islam
full.
allowed it.
In the beginning, it was allowed because of the
It
people
was
bad
allowed.
habits.
Perfect.
It was
So
allowed. Yeah.
basically, in the beginning, Muhammad allowed sexual immoralities, and you have no objection on that. At the time of Muhammad, if you had your daughter and somebody would have married her in muta,
Why
you
you
would
cut
have
my
no
conversation, ya
problem
akhi?
with that in the beginning. You had no problem with that, correct?
Can I answer?
No,
Can I
no,
answer? I have a
I don't
full.
want a story now. Answer this what
You
I
don't want
asked.
anything. You don't want anything.
Answer this.
How?
Answer this. In the beginning,
Adam,
when you were
Adam.
there,
Let's
in the
agree on
beginning,
something. Let's agree on something. I
no,
am hearing
I'm
you.
not agreeing.
You
I
are.
can see how much of a deceived person you are at this moment. So I'm fixing your deceive that you are getting deceived from others. You are not a
Okay.
deceptive person. You have been deceived. So now you are telling me, as a moral human being, at the time of Muhammad, if you were kafir, your sister would not do fornication because you had some moral highlights. But then Muhammad came and he allowed it. You would have given your daughter in muta because it was allowed, it was okay. Is that okay? You would have given that and you'd find no immoralities in it at the beginning, correct?
Can I answer without you interrupting
Yes
me?
or no? Give me the answer.
No, I was actually
No,
talking
so
about
you would
something
not
else.
given
Now
that. So
you
you would
framing,
not given that.
you are framing the conversation
No,
without
I
me
am
actually
asking a
explaining.
simple question. Will you give me the simple
I,
answer for the simple question?
I was in the beginning. I don't mind actually to go to
So
this
you
issue.
won't mind. So you will give
I
your
don't mind. No, no,
daughter,
I don't mind.
you will give your daughter temporarily for a person to perform sex with for an X amount of hours in repay for certain dinar, dirham, or clothes. Correct?
You finished?
Yes or no?
Okay, you finished, yeah?
Yes or no?
You finished or no? I have no problem to go to that topic, no problem. But for me,
Yes or no?
I have to, I have to speak about the first thing, the first details. Then
Yes
you can
or
ask me
no?
for these questions. I have no problem with. I
Yes
have no
or no?
problem. You are deviating the topic, Mr.
My
Adam.
friend, yes or no? Give me the answer.
I have to go back to the same story based on evidences. Then I can tell you yes or no. No
There is
problem.
no evidence
No
against.
problem, no
Yes.
problem. I will go back, read more on these issues that you asking me,
Okay.
and I will
Go
answer them
back.
all correctly.
Go
I have no
back.
problem. But
Go back.
let's go back
Go
to the main topic.
back.
Let's go back
Go
to the main
back.
topic.
Go back. Read more. Fix the moralities first before you go anywhere else. You are sitting in a dumpster and you are trying to raise finger at somebody else. Now I'm giving you time. Go back, read the moralities of Muhammad and Allah, then come back to me and ask me. Before you raise a finger at me, you have to tell me why you are still living in the dumpster of Islam. Why are you still
You
living in
finished
the dumpster of Islam?
your understanding, yeah. But
Go back.
let's go back. Let's go back to the topic now we are discussing. You know,
What did I tell
no
you?
problem, no
What did I tell
problem.
you?
You said many things and I'm still silent. I'm listening to you. Even there is many things which I don't like, but I have to listen. You know, this is part of the a constructive dialogue. But no problem. For me, as I told you in the beginning of Islam, there is bad habits in Arabs. There is bad things that Arabs used to do, and
Show me
Islam
the
was
evidence.
keeping it. The verse itself,
Show me the
the
evidence.
verse. Okay, no
Show me
problem.
the evidence that before
Okay,
Islam people were doing fornication in form of something, and then I will correlate it with the Allah saying the same thing is okay because that's in muta. So
okay.
you are telling me before Islam they were doing prostitution. Muhammad said change the name of prostitution to muta, and I'm fine. Perfect. That's the only difference. So show me
This
the
is your
evidence, and we'll see that
interpretation,
there's
bro.
only one
Wait,
difference, which is
wait.
called what? The name, the change of the name. Full stop.
Okay, no problem. Wait.
Did you read? Did you hear what I said?
I'm trying to get the ayat now.
Did you hear what I said?
you said I have to prove to you that there is always things that it used to be permissible, then it became that not
I
allowed
already know
nobody to
that.
do
You
it.
did
Yeah,
not hear my question. I already know that.
I'm actually
I am
searching, so
already
that's why
saying that. You don't have to give me. I already stated that. So I am telling you that according to you, before Islam, people were doing prostitution, and Muhammad changed the name of the prostitution to muta, and that's it, nothing more. What's the difference between prostitution and muta? The name, the change of the name. What's the difference?
the difference in names. I don't know about if the adultery itself was changed to mut'a. This one I have to
What
search
else was
about it.
changed? What
This
else
one
was
I have
changed?
to search. Right now
Okay,
I'm
so go search.
searching. I'm searching. Listen what I'm searching.
Go
I'm
search and come back on that. Okay, now you are still searching. Go search and come back on that. So this is our stance from now, that muta was okay. It was a prostitution to begin with. Guys, can you hear me? Or the Z's internet is bad? Guys, give me a one if my internet is good. Because seems like Z's internet is bad. Or is it my internet bad as well? Is this Z's internet bad or my bad? Okay, so it's perfect on my side. Okay, seems like Z is gone. His internet is bad. Okay. Okay, I can't do much over here on that. The internet problem. Z is a nice guy. Seems to be a nice guy. He had a nice discussion. So, fair enough. All right, guys. I think this was a good discussion with Z. Uh, he had a second point in his comment, and I'm going to address the second point in my main channel some other day when Z can come back with a good internet. Right now, he has a bad internet. Nothing can be done because of the bad internet. Probably he has some blackout or something like that over there. So anyhow, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation, and I hope we will going to come back with Z sometime soon. So take care, guys. God bless you all.